In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how Visual Composer text blocks work. After the row, the text block is the most commonly used element in Visual Composer, so it's important you have a handle on them, and I'm going to show you how it works right now. Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. It's Bjorn from WPLearningLab, where we help you get better at WordPress so you can earn more for yourself, for your clients, and for your business. If you haven't done so yet, hit subscribe, then hit the bell notification icon so YouTube actually tells you when I publish new stuff. And with that out of the way, let's head into the screen capture and start learning some stuff. I'll see you there. The Visual Composer text blocks are very versatile elements because they are WYSIWYG editors. You can do pretty much anything in those that you can do in a regular WordPress editor, which is pretty cool. To see the power of this, we're going to go to Pages and then Add New. You can do this on an existing page if you want, or a brand new page, however you want to do it. I'm going to name this page VC Text. Click on Save Draft. Then I'm going to head out to the Frontend Editor. Looks like that visual editing better than I do the more abstract editing in the backend editor. And we see the editor show up inside of our theme container. This is part of our theme up here, the header. This is where the magic happens with Visual Composer. I'm going to click on Add Element, or you can even click on Add Text Block because it's such a popular component. It has a quick link right here. I'm just going to click on that one, and it's going to give me the text block settings. And here we are in the text block settings. And like I said, this is the WYSIWYG editor, which is just like the WordPress editor in a normal backend. You can add text. You can click on Add Media to add media. If you have different plugins that add functionality, for example, Gravity Forms would have an Add Forms button. It would add in here. You add forms directly to this. We have the visual editor. We also have the text editor. You can do anything in here as you could in the regular WordPress editor. And there's some more stuff as well that you can't do in a regular WordPress editor. For example, the CSS Animation. Now this animation ability is on every single element inside Visual Composer, and you can pick animations. So as the page loads, or as you scroll down to the point where a text block is visible on the page, it will be animated. And there's a little button called Animate It right here. If we choose one of these, this little button will show what the animation looks like. So we're going to have a rotate down left, just like that. That's what we're going to use. Feel free to click through any of these and just see how it animates right here. Then we can add an ID and a class, which I don't often do, but it'll help you with your CSS, make that a little bit easier. There's a design options panel where we can set margins, borders, and padding on all four sides independently, or we can click on simplify controls, and that will allow us to add a value into each one of those three and have it be the same on all four sides. One thing to note, margin and padding are clear. You add a value in there, it adds margin and padding. With the border, what you're actually adding here is the width of the border. And over here you define the color, the style, the radius, and the background colors for the element itself, not just the border. And you can have an image background as well if you want that by just clicking on this little plus icon. And you pick an image. You set that image as the background. Click on Save Changes. We're going to go out to the live page. So every time this page refreshes, we're going to see it animate in like that. Refresh the page. It's going to do it again. Now if this text block is further down the page, it won't animate as the page refreshes. It will animate as the person scrolls down to where the text block is, and it will animate in at that point, which is pretty handy for a couple of reasons. One of the big ones being it attracts the person's eye. So if you have something very important you want to say, add an animation and have it animate as they scroll down, because everything else is static, more than likely. But if something animates in, it's going to catch their eye. So you don't want to animate everything. What you want to do is animate very specific things that draw the user's eye to what you want them to look at. For example, maybe it's a great testimonial that you want to highlight, or maybe it's a certain feature of your service you want to highlight. You get the idea, just something important you want them to look at. And that's really all there is to text blocks. There's one more thing that's not really text block specific, but text blocks are affected by it, and that is if you add columns. Click on this little blue arrow right here, click on this 2-column icon, and you can have any number of presets up here. You can click on the 4-column option. I'm going to give a live update, maybe this one right here, a quarter and a third. Very nice. And you can also add your own custom layout. You just have to make sure that what you enter here ends up equaling 1. So whatever fractions you enter, they have to add up to 1. Visual Composer is laid out in a 12-column grid. So if you can make it so all the denominators of your fractions divide into 12 equally, then that's much better. For example, the number 2, 3, 4, 6, 12. those will all divide into 12 evenly. And that will make your layout so much cleaner by sticking to that 12 column grid. So we click on update there. For the text blocks, what you can also do is duplicate. Click on this little clone block icon. Now we have two. We can drag and drop by going over this 4-pointed arrow here and drag it to wherever we want. It's going to put it right there. And then you can edit this block independently of the other one and do all kinds of other things with it. Everything that the text block can do, you can do it right there. As you know, Visual Composer is a premium plugin which you can buy from codecanyon.net. If you buy it through the link below, I get a couple percentage of the purchase price. There's no extra cost to you, but what I'm going to send to you if you buy it through that link is my complete Visual Composer course for free, because basically I'm being paid by the Visual Composer instead of paid by you. So I'm going to give you that course for free. All you have to do is send me the receipt after you purchase Visual Composer, and I will get you access to that course. If you have a theme that has Visual Composer, so you don't actually buy the plugin, you won't have access to the template library and a couple other features, but I will give you a heavy discount for the Visual Composer course if you have a theme that has Visual Composer. So if that's the case, just send me an email at bjorn@wplearninglab.com. Say you have such and such a theme with Visual Composer, and I will send you the discount information. So the next step is go ahead, click below, buy Visual Composer, send me the receipt, learn all about it in my complete course, and start building awesome stuff with Visual Composer. I hope this video helps you. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below this video. If you haven't done so yet, click subscribe, then click the bell notification icon so you're actually notified when I publish more tutorials for you. And with that out of the way, click on one of these videos that popped up on the right-hand side so you get even better at WordPress. And until next time, keep crushing it, and I will see you in the next video.